2, 1. All right. I pushed play and then didn't greet everybody. Good morning. Was helping people here in the studio. Give me a second to see if I can find you. Here we are. Let's see. Yes. Ta-da. I love it. Everyone's chiming in. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So to let you guys know, we're piggybacking off of last week's practice. So last week's practice, we had a long-standing series where we could work through the feet, build some strength in leg and feel grounded. And then we had a full balancing series. So this week, we're going to integrate those postures that we learned last week. And we're going to put them in flow, adding breath, adding chaturanga. It will be a warm class, but there will be a balance in between each combo. Which means if your balance is a little challenged, you'll want a chair close by so that you can grab it to touch base. Remember, if you're using a chair at home, at least 2 legs should be on your mat so that it won't slide. So I'll give you a second to get those things together, and we will be on the floor a little bit too. So if you have sensitive knees, you'll want to grab a blanket, just in case. Just better to have it. And I'm going to say hello to all these wonderful people here while you get your things at home, and we'll get started. Big hugs. How's your body? It's here, right? Every day we wake up.
Everything's good.
Good. How's your body today? Good. Good. Happy. It's just been crazy. And so I'm just happy to be up and practicing and here with everybody. How's your foot? You're still limping. No limping. Let me see it. You practicing balancing on that a little bit for me today? Okay. She broke her foot. She just got her cast off.
I'm really good. How are you?
I am amazing. Thank you for asking me. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
That's good.
That's good. Right? How's your body?
Good.
Yeah. Nice to see you. All right. Let's see if everybody signed in over here. Yay, good morning, Julie. Good morning, Jill. Alicia, you made it. Yay. And Katie Bug, nice. David, good morning. Kai's here. Holy smokes, it's like romper room. And David and Kai. And I love me some romper room.
Oh, what was her name? This Mary Jane or something?
Yes, it was like that. But she would had the little mirror and she'd call us all out. She'd say Michelle, and I'm like, Mom, she was talking to me. All right. So I'm hoping that everybody got their props that they needed. I see everybody's, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. You heard me. That's funny. Somebody actually wrote it all up. Good morning, Valerie. Oh, yes, magic mirror. That's exactly what it was. It's nice to be found. I'm glad you found me. All right, so we're going to get started with our practice. We're going to do some work here on the floor. Let's see. All right. No. Don't want to go there. I lost me. There we go. So guys, my video feed is a little slow, but I should be able to see you in the comments if you have any questions or concerns. A couple of you are joining me from home, so I can't see your bodies. So if you're having issues with your bodies, you'll have to send me a text this way. So we're going to get started by sitting up, checking in. We're going to lift that pelvic floor, pull the navel in, and allow the shoulders to drift over the hips and sit. We start to integrate the breath and just notice how straight the spine is. We feel the weight of the body shift down into the sits bones. Nice full breath. Notice your rhythm of your breath. Maybe it's a little shallow because you're not exerting yourself. Maybe you notice it's a short inhale but a long exhale. You choose. But try not to influence the breath by observing it. That's a hard one. We set the intention for our practice or dedicate it to someone special. And we open those eyes, lace the fingers together, pressing out, lifting up. Nice tall spine, opening through the heart. And turn it to the right, tall spine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left shoulder comes down, right hand comes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly we come back up. We come back to the center, hands come out and up. And rotate to the left. Tall spine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right shoulder comes down, left hand comes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Contract to come up. Back to the center and forward. Nice big stretch. Lengthening through the crown of the head. Remember your breathing. And slowly we're going to come back up. Change the cross of those legs. Nice. Right arm comes down, left arm comes over. So we do this posture often, trying to open here through the serratus anterior, down through the waistline. So for me in our practice today, it's more important that this hip be touching the floor. So if you have to lift the elbow to achieve that or put your elbow on a block, that's okay. But keep the hip down so that you can open here through that side body. So really stretch, try to lift the rib cage, push through that left side, turning, stacking shoulders, armpit towards sky. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hand comes up. From here, bend elbow, twist through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Unwind, lengthen. And slowly come back up. Left arm comes down. Right arm reaches. 1. Push through rib cage. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hand comes up. Bend at elbow. Twist it through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Unwind and lengthen. All the way back up. Hands behind, roll shoulders back, lift the chest, open heart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As we come forward, hands come up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hands come down as we come up. Backs of the hands come together, roll back body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to release those hands. Let's put the bottoms of our feet together so we can come into Cobbler's pose. So we're going to hang onto the feet. Oh, just by hanging onto the feet, this turns this into bound angle pose because you're binding. But grabbing onto the feet is going to help you pull forward. We're bending at hip crease, not the waistline. Nice long stretch here. 1, 2, 3. Good morning, Kimberly. I miss you too. 4, 5. Slowly come back up. Bring those knees up. Cross those legs or cross the arms and squeeze with the legs. So as the legs pull down, we feel the shoulders expand. We're lifting pelvic floor, pulling navel in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to bring the knees up, change the cross, roll the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And bring those knees back in. Reach down, grab right foot, extend leg up. Tall spine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Allow that leg to come out to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring that leg back and let that foot come down. Left one comes up. Tall spine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Leg comes out to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Leg comes back up. Bend the knee, place it down. Drop those knees to the left. Once we get those legs to the left, we're going to sit up straight, letting right hip come down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's switch them to the other side. Now take a second here. How do you feel the sits bones? The left sit bone wants to lift, and that's all right. But feel that right hip and sits bone as we try to press down through this IT band, that connection right through here. We feel that hip press down. And back to the center and extend. Lengthening forward towards feet. Now feet are a direction, not necessarily a destination. We do what we can. So if you allow length to happen, so we're lengthening through the leg, lengthening through the spine. If you fold at the hip crease and then hollow out your belly, you should be able to make a little more space and you can travel forward more. 3, 4, 5. And as we come up, right leg comes over the left. I really enjoy this warm-up. We do it often, and it's really going to help open up the hips for the work we have to do today. 3, 4, 5. And coming up, my foot comes in next to my knee. So that right foot is on the outside of left knee. We're going to turn to the right. Tall spine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back to the center. Grab that right foot and rock it out. Nice work here. Opening that hip. Good job. 3, 4, 5. We're going to take that foot, place it on the inside, leaning over left leg. Now, as we lean over left leg, we're trying to push the back hip back and down to help open in through lower back, really open through waistline, press it down, lengthen it out. 2, 3, 4, 5. As we slowly come up, right hand comes down behind us, lengthen and stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Butt comes right back down. Foot comes into the thigh. Left knee comes up, right knee comes down. Maybe you're here. And maybe that's too much on your hip or waistline. So maybe it's here. That's okay. Maybe it's there. Be your best advocate. Breathe, smiling. When you went fishing next?
I'm always ready.
You're always ready. You're going to wait for it to stop raining, right?
I know.
That's helpful. And gently release. I'm going to stick those legs out. Nice little bounce. Left leg comes over right. And leaning forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And up. Foot comes next to the knee. Rotate to the left. Tall spine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to come back to that center. Grab the foot, rock it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to release that foot, place it on the inside of the thighs. We fold forward at hip crease to grab the foot. Maybe we're just waving at the foot. Maybe we're grabbing those shins. We do what we can, opening through that back leg. Back hip, where's your breath? Really, these are opportunities to feel connected to the floor. We feel grounded, which we need in our practice. As we come up, left hand comes behind and stretch and lengthen. Nice long work here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Gently release that out. Booty comes down. Left foot comes into hip crease. Now, if you don't have this range of motion in hip, maybe it's closer to the knee, but not past the knee. And the foot doesn't go past the thigh. We want to keep that edge of the foot on the leg somewhere. We bend up. Maybe we come down. Good job, Felicia.
I had a massage.
Oh, massage helps.
Yeah, I got a knocked on my shoulders.
Nice work. 3, 4, 5. Gently release and extend those legs out. Nice little bounce. Leaning forward. Nice. Now we're saving reclined work for the end of practice. So we're going to make our way to hands and knees. And I want you to do that however your body is most comfortable. So I'm going to come up, bring my knees in, and just roll to hands and knees. So for you at home, if you have knee discomfort, this is when you're going to place your blanket down. Some of you at home have tile floors and just one mat isn't enough. Good, you guys are set up. All right, so we're going to come into table. We're going to allow that spine to come up into cat. Down into cow. Up into cat. Down into cow. One more time. Inhale up into cat. Down into cow. Flat back. Make a C with the spine to the right. Make a C with the spine to the left. Back to the center, soften those feet, child's pose. See if you can extend those arms out, walk those fingers. Allow them to just really elongate the spine. Feel as if the shoulders are extending, that the arms are coming right out of the shoulder. It's going to help you wing out through the back body. We're going to inhale up into cat and then allow all your weight to come into left hand as right hand comes up. So we're going to thread the needle, but we're going to add child's pose to it. So we take that right hand, thread it through, let your right shoulder come to the floor. But as you do, we're going to allow the booty to drift back towards feet and then extend left arm forward. Should feel pretty comfy. 1, 2, notice your breath here. Are you so confined that you have to breathe shallow? That's okay. As long as you're still breathing with intention, smaller breaths are still breaths. 3, 4, 5. We inhale up and back to table. We allow that left arm to come up. We're going to let that left arm thread through And then the butt drops back towards feet. Extend right arm forward. See if maybe that left ear will come to the floor. Again, we're in close on our bodies. Full breaths are difficult. Nice, slow breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, back, up to table, shifting back onto the feet. We're going to work on our wrists now. Take back of right hand, place it down. Back of left hand, place it down. Then start to lift and straighten arms. Once your arms are straight, turn the eyes of those elbows forward. Really works through the forearm here. Find your breathing. Again, you can shift your butt back towards your feet to take a little less pressure out of wrists. 3. Are you breathing? People tend to hold their breaths here. 4, 5. We're going to gently release one palm, then the other palm. Come to down dog. Put pressure in those palms. Get the blood flow going. Bend and stretch. Lengthen through the spine. And gently put those knees down and come back into child's pose. Oh, nice work. Now, from here, we're going to start a floor series that's going to benefit our standing flow. We're going to come to table. We're going to allow a right leg to come out to the side. So we're pulling it out to the side. When you lift this right leg, your tendency will be to bend the left elbow. So we want both arms straight. See if you can bring right knee towards right shoulder. Definitely going to feel it if you bring it in close. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to extend that leg behind us. Place ball of foot on floor, push through heel. Waking up calf, waking up Achilles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lift right leg. Nice contraction through glutes. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, without moving that right leg, truly, we take the left foot, turn it off the mat, turn toes down, and then rotate hips up for supported side plank. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reach back, grab that foot, open through the front of the hip. Try to arch the back. Smile. 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't be in a rush. Here's a tricky transition. You're going to release your right foot, but you're going to allow that right foot to travel all the way to the front of the mat. So we're in a nice long lunge. We feel the front of back leg open. Maybe you're up on fingertips so that you can really lean into the front of left hip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we'll lift those arms all the way up. So we feel traveling with that fascia all the way up the left side of the body, that opening through the hip and hip flexor. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's twist it out by allowing that left hand to come down. Use your right hand on your right knee to help you twist and stack shoulders first, and then allow right hand to come up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right hand travels behind. Bending left leg, grab left foot, really lean into hip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release. We're going to bring the elbows down. Do your very best. So maybe only one elbow comes down. Maybe you need a block under your elbows. Maybe 2 elbows. Maybe hip. 2, 3, 4. Find your breath. How does it change when you're under stress? 5. Work your way up, shifting back. lengthening through that right leg. Now for this posture, from here, we're going to change it to gait posture. We're walking our hands a quarter turn to the left and then coming up. So your right leg is on your mat, the foot is turned down so you have some security, arms come out. We'll start by going to the right leg. So right hand comes to right leg, left hand comes up. Gait posture. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As we come back up, left hand comes down. We reach over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nicely done. We're going to bring that hand down. Bring right knee in. Quarter turn back to front of mat. Let's take a child's pose here to rest in between. Notice here the difference between the sides. Notice if there's a change in your breath. And then slowly we come up to table. Now, when we make it up to table, we're going to start the other side. So that left knee comes out to the side. Don't bend your right elbow. You'll want to. See if maybe you can bring that left knee towards left shoulder and make contact. 2, 3, 4, 5. Extend the left leg behind you, but allow ball of foot to come to floor. Pushing through heel, really opening through that ankle, through the calf. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lifting that left leg. We feel that contraction in the glutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From here, rotate right foot out. Rotate up. Left hand comes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see if we can reach back. Grab that foot, open through the front of the hip, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're releasing it, but not in a hurry because the transition is for left foot to come to the front. We feel this opening in right hip. Really lean into it. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From here, we're going to see if maybe we can come back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right hand comes down. Use your left hand to maybe push on the knee to stack those shoulders. Allow left hand to reach up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left hand drifts behind as you bend right knee, grab foot. Really feel that opening through the front of that right hip. Sometimes it's a contraction and a cramp in the back of the calf. Just depends on the day. Feel connected. Where's your breath? Release. We're going to bring elbows down to the floor. So maybe it's 1 elbow. Maybe there's a block. Maybe there's 2 elbows. Maybe the hip comes to floor. 2, 3, 4, 5. From there, we slowly come up and shift back and lengthen through left leg. Quarter turn to the right so that we can come up for gait posture. Now remember, the left foot is turned down and flat, so you have some support. Arms are out to the side. Left hand comes to left leg. Right hand comes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right hand comes to floor. Left hand comes over. Nice big stretch. Hips forward, shoulders back. 2, 3, 4, 5. We allow that left hand to come down. We pull left knee in, quarter turn to front of mat, child's pose, rest it out. Find your breath, checking in with the sides, see if there is a balance, and if there is something that is different, just notice it. Don't judge it, just say, oh yeah, this side's tighter, or my body responded better on one side than the other. We turn the toes, we kind of kick them out a little wider, shifting back, coming into a squat. And bring the hands to the heart, just really allowing the glutes to sink so we can broaden through the back of the sacrum, balancing both sides. Lifting pelvic floor, pulling navel in here, always squeezing that pelvic floor to stabilize. And forward folding, hands come down, use those arms to help you come into that forward fold. Soft bend, roll it up. As you roll up, as you stand, shoulders come all the way up to ears. We rotate them back and down the back body. And we walk it out. We're going to come to the front of the mat. So if you had a blanket on your mat, you might want to move it so that it doesn't get caught under your feet. And if you're going to need a chair for balance, you're going to want it to be closer to the front of your mat. So for you at home, you might want to make that movement. Love everybody's checking in. Thank you and thank you. You guys are amazing. All right, so we're going to come to the front of the mat. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Fingertips flat back. Forward folding, soft bend knees. Right foot comes back, but then ground that foot. We come up into warrior one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Harder flow today. If you guys at home, try not to do knees, chest, and chin. Try to do the chaturanga if you can. Hands slowly come down to the floor. Come to the ball of right foot. Step back into plank. Now, from plank, really activate those fingers, the palms. You can use those toes to push the shoulders forward some, bend at elbows, hover here at chaturanga, press their hands to come to up dog, huge back bend here, nice full breath. Try to flip over those toes as you come back into down dog. Now I get that that's kind of hard. So you do what you can, bend and stretch. If it's still a knees, chest, and chin, or if it's a come down to the floor with knees, chest, and chin, and then lift up into up dog, that's okay, because chaturanga can be difficult. Right leg travels forward, grounding that back foot, come up into warrior one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hands come down to the floor so that we can come to the ball of left foot. And once we come to the ball of that left foot, then we can let it travel forward to come to fingertips flat back. Forward folding. Inhale all the way up. Hands come down. Release it out. So we should start to feel a little warmth. Now we're going to balance. So if you're practicing, you'll just grab the back of the chair, left foot is going to be tree. So if you're at home, you'll probably want your hip by the chair. It's just a little easier. That way your knee can go out. So left foot, heel ball toe. We're going to take that right foot, place. So there's an equal amount of pressure that pushes in with the right foot as the left thigh pushes back. Hands come to heart. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and gently release, walk it out. Now those of you at home, it's just easier if you move you instead of move the chair, so you could flip and grab the chair with the other hand. Right foot, heel ball toe. And place left foot into right thigh. Hands to heart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gently release. Walk it out. Take whatever poses you need. If you need to stretch the tops of your feet, no problem. If you want to move your chair, please do so. We'll make our way back to the front of the mat. Inhaling all the way up. Exhaling, forward folding. Fingertips flat back. Forward folding. Soft bend the knee. Right foot goes back, grounding the foot. Cartwheeling up, warrior 2. Sink it if you can. Left knee goes out. Open the heart. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let those hands slowly come down with intention. Right hand is placed, left hand is placed. Come to ball of right foot. Extend back into plank. Once you're in plank, activate fingers and hands. Lift and tighten in core, lifting pelvic belly. Use your toes to push the shoulders forward. Bend at elbows. Hover above floor. Press to up dog. There's the first toe flip. And press to down dog. Second toe flip. Lengthen through spine, filling in lower back. And right leg travels forward, grounding that back foot. Cartwheel up into warrior 2. Sink into the hip, so there's a pressing down here and an opening here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hands slowly come down. Come to the ball of left foot so that you can step forward, fingertips flat back. Forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Hands come down. Release it out. Yay! All right, next balance is dancer pose. So if you're going to do dancer at home, you actually want the chair in front of you so that you can have a hand on it because the leg travels behind you and you don't want the chair in the way. So for those of you at home, your hand will be here. For those of you not using a chair, your hand will be here. I want to show you something as we come into it, so if you need to watch and then jump into it at home, that's fine. We're going to put your right hand forward. Left hand is up. We're going to be balancing on the left foot. So I'm shifting my weight into my left foot. But I'm allowing my right arm to come behind me. Notice that this is opening the pectoral line and opening the shoulder. That's what we're looking for in the shoulder. Bend your right knee, grab the inside of the ankle. Now, try to keep those knees together in the beginning until you have your balance, then forward folding. You're allowing that knee to kick out and up, out and up. If you had the chair, you would grab it. 2, 3, 4, 5. Coming back up, place the foot, walk it out. Checking in with your body. Right foot, heel ball toe. Right arm is up, left hand is forward. Left hand comes back so that you open the shoulder. You're aware of what you're doing. Reach back, grab the inside of foot. Begin to put those knees together until you have your balance. Then allow left knee to travel straight back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly we come back up. Release that out. Walk it off. Phew, I know, right? High five on that one. Ah, you didn't think I could reach that high. We're going to come back to the front of the mat and inhale it up. And forward folding. Fingertips flat back. Forward fold. Bend those knees. We're sending the right foot back, grounding that right foot. Cartwheel up into warrior two. Now once we're here, straighten that front leg. We're going to lengthen forward for triangle. So I'm really reaching with left hand comes to shin, right hand comes up. So our tendency here is to stick the booty out, right? Because it's easier to bend at the hip. We don't want that part. We want to shift those hips forward. There should be a folding at hip crease. Right hand is up. So the second thing that happens is this right here, where you prop up with the arm. And we don't want that either. We want to elongate. You want to make it where you could just hang this hand if you wanted to, so that you're using these muscles here. Where's your breath? Press down and out through the feet. 3, 4, 5. And just for funsies, let's revolve it. So we're going to let right hand come down. You may need to bend your knee for this to work for you. Right hand is going to come to the inside of the foot. We're going to do the modified version. We're going to rotate those shoulders and see if the left hand can come up. If that happens, we're going to see if maybe we can start to straighten left leg. 2, 3, 4, 5. Start to bend the left leg, left hand comes down. Come to the ball of right foot, step back into plank. So we're in plank again, activating hands, fingertips, lifting pelvic floor, pulling navel in, maybe hollowing out the belly into a little ab crunch if you can. Use the balls of your feet to push those shoulders forward till they're over those middle fingers. Bend the elbows, chaturanga, hanging out here. Then press through and up into up dog, toe flip. Where's your breath? Exhaling, pushing it back, toe flip into down dog, and we hang out just a little bit. 2, 3, 4, 5. Bend the knees, right leg comes forward, grounding that back foot. Cartwheel up, into warrior two, straighten front leg. Lengthen, tip. Hips forward, shoulders back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left hand comes down. Bending that right knee. We're going to rotate, see if right hand can come up. Then maybe that right leg straightens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to let that left hand come down. Come to the ball of that left foot and stepping forward. Fingertips flat back. Forward fold. We're just going to hang here and forward fold just a little bit. Find your breath. And inhale all the way up. Hands come down. And release. Whew, that's a lot of work. So we're going to work on eagle posture now. Now, guys at home, don't use the chair for this one. Let me show you how to support yourself at home. When you cross the legs here, you can put the toes down, which means it takes a lot of the balance out, but you still have work. Because the arms are crossed, you can't grab onto anything. So we're going to start with that left foot. Heel, ball, toe. But there is a bend in this knee because you have to have something for this leg to hook onto. So we're going to go ahead and cross the leg. And I have my toe down to show you guys at home. Here's a real key. Whether you're balancing like this with the toe down or up, there should never be a gap between the two legs. That's for you to know if you're doing it well or not. Now, if you're here, maybe you can just lift after you find your balance, and that would be okay too. Sorry, I have something in my eye. All right, so right leg is on the top, right arm is on the bottom. Cross. Lift those elbows off your chest. The elbow should be chin high. That's the real deal breaker there because you feel it big time, right? So you're lifting pelvic floor, pulling navel in. Maybe your toes come off the floor. Smile. Those are muscles there too. 2, 3, 4, 5. Gently unwind. Unwind the leg. Walk it out. Nice and warm. Let's try the other side. Right foot, heel ball toe. Soft bend here. Make sure that you cross. No spaces here if you can help it. Maybe you start with toes down. Left arm under, right arm over. Cross it. Lift those elbows off the chest. Lift that foot up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gently release. Unwind the legs. Walk it out. Nice work. You get caught up. We're going to come to the front of the mat. We're going to stand here for a second. Right ear, right shoulder. Left ear, left shoulder. Back to the center. So this next posture is a real challenge. It's going to look like Warrior 1. So let me show you something in the beginning. The only difference in Warrior 1 and Crescent Pose is that foot change. This is Warrior 1. This is Crescent Pose. This becomes a balance. This opens the front of the hip and into psoas, where this is working through groin, the inside or that most medial side of your hamstring, okay? This is going to be the posture we're using, and then there's going to be some movement in it, and there's going to be a standing split. We hope. So we're going to come to the front of the mat. You've been warned. So from here, we're going to inhale up, exhale forward fold. We're going to put those hands down. We're going to start with the standing split because we're already here. So we're going to walk those fingers forward some for support. We're going to put weight into left foot and send right leg up and back. 1. Try to straighten your left leg as much as you can. 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's the real work. Bend left knee. Slowly try to shift back and come into your posture, at least your leg movement for crescent. So the ball of the right foot is down, and we come up into crescent from there. And you'll notice it's much deeper than if you'd stepped back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to rotate forward. Hands come behind, but left shoulder touches left knee. Press through that left foot to come up. Keep the balance. We're going to do 3 of those. So we're going to come forward for the second one. Hands come back. Shoulder comes to knee. Press down through that left foot to come back up. Last time. We're going to let the shoulder come down. But when that shoulder meets the knee, we stay. We let the right hand place with intention. Left hand places with intention. We're already on the ball of right foot, so we send the left foot back to meet it. We're in plank. Tighten pelvic floor. Maybe there's a little ab activity there. Rotate with the toes to push the shoulders forward. Bend at elbows. Lift up into up dog. Press back into down dog. Lengthen through spine. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now here's the change. We're going to do the posture before the split on this side because of economy of motion. So we allow right foot to come forward. That left foot is already ready for us to come up into crescent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to come forward. Shoulder touches knee. and up. That's 1. Shoulder comes down, touches knee, back up. That's 2. Coming forward, shoulder touches knee, and back up. That's 3. Now, as we come down, we're going to come down and come right into split. So hands come down, shift forward, lift up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bend your right knee to help you bring left foot to place. Inhale, arms all the way up. Hands come down. And release. Nice work. Last balance, I know, right? Last balance, and we're coming down to the floor. So this is hand to big toe post. You can absolutely grab the knee. You don't have to grab the toe. But if you're using the chair at home or in the studio, you're going to want your chair by the standing leg. So if you're balancing on left leg, you'll want chair here because we have movement with the knee on this side. So you can grab knee or toe. 1, 2, there's a tuck here. 3, 4, 5. We allow that leg to rotate out to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to allow that leg to come back to the center. Remember, there's a tuck there, but leave the leg there, hand to hip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let it float down. Release it out. Say good morning, quadriceps. It's a lot of work. It's initiated at the psoas, but your quads definitely feel it. And right foot, heel ball toe. If you're using the chair, maybe you'll flip that over or turn your body around. Hand on hip, grabbing knee or grabbing toe. Extending out. Remember, there's a tuck here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left leg comes out to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to slowly come back to the center. Remember your tuck. That really helps. Leave leg where it is. 1, 2, 3, tuck. 4, 5. Let that leg float down. Walk it out. Whew. Done. Come to the front of the mat. We're going to step wide. If you have toys and props, we're going to push them away. With wide feet, forward fold. From that forward fold, sit the butt down, come into squat. So we definitely feel that work. And then we sit back on our booties, bring those knees in. And bring those knees in even more. And depending on how quickly or tightly you roll back, maybe you get an upper thoracic adjustment, a little rock from side to side. Arms come out to the side, palms are up. We rotate all the way over to the left. Nice rotation. Right leg extends. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bend the knee, coming up. Drop those knees over to the right. Feel that rotation. Extend that left foot out into right hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release that. Bring those knees back to the center. Feet come up. Grab the heels and pull down. Really opening through lower back, balancing sacrum. Another opportunity for the hip here, we're going to bring the right heel and the right hand into chin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Allow it to come up. Left one comes in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then that one comes up. Cross the legs, let the hands slide down to the ankles, pull down and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gently release, change the cross. Slide down, so pull it down and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gently release. Pull the knees in. Nice little rock from side to side. And we're going to put the bottoms of the feet flat on the floor and windshield wiper those legs. Nice release for lower back. Where's your breathing? Intentional breathing throughout that practice. It's like a strand of beads, and the poses are beads, but what strings them together is the breath. We always want to look at our breath like that. Throughout our life, that breath strands all the events together. We're going to gently release. We're going to bring those feet in hip distance apart so that we can press last posture here into bridge pose. So we push through the feet, lift the hips up. Imagine you are holding a ball between your knees. So just enough pressure to keep it from falling, but not enough to squeeze it. That's going to keep the insides of those legs active. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly lowering down. Extend one leg and then the other for Shavasana. Find your breath. So either here in the studio or at home, if you feel like you need a blanket or a bolster, your favorite pet, curl up with that and rest. Now we rest here not because we're tired, and I mean we may be tired, but we rest here to allow the body to cool off evenly, to allow the body to digest the practice. I know that seems odd. Digestion, we tend to think of just food, but there's more than that. We digest poems, art, music. We have to take it in and let it process a bit before we figure out what we think about it. Same thing with that physical practice. We moved our bodies as we lay here. We feel the effects of it, and it has to create muscle memory. It creates recovery, balance. So we focus on breath. We release the feet, ankles, shin and calf, knees, thighs, glutes, pelvic belly, lower back, navel, mid-back, solar plexus, shoulder blades, heart, collarbones, shoulder, the neck, the jaw, the muscles of the face. Finding breath No, we can begin to move here. And those of you at home, if you want to continue to stay in Shavasana, take all the time you need. But here in the studio, we're going to begin to move the fingers and toes a little bit. Shift and find our breath in case we lost that breath. Bend the knees so that we can put the bottoms of the feet flat on the floor. Maybe another little rock. Maybe if we need more release, we bring those knees all the way in. And we can roll to right side. Taking that pause. And slowly we make our way to a comfortable seated position. And as we make it to that seated position, we just allow the head to turn to the right, checking in with our neck, checking in with the body as we reorient to a seated position. Left ear, left shoulder, just turning and looking that way. Back to the center. Bring the hands to the heart. We remind ourselves of all the amazing things we have in our life to be thankful for. We send out love and kindness and compassion to those who need it. We're going to end our practice today with an Om, but only if you're comfortable. Inhaling. Bowing forward in respect. Namaste.
Namaste.
Peace be with you. Go safely. And thank you for practicing with me.
Thank you.
Yay, yoga! Thank you guys for coming. Did she get pooped out? She was tired. Yeah, I see that. She came in tired. Thank you for coming. How's your body feel? Good? Yes?
Yes.
Nice. All right, everybody at home. Let me see you guys. Comments here. You guys are amazing. I see you. Oh, your shoulders are gonna hurt tomorrow. You'll be fine. Big hugs from here to you at home. Mwah, mwah, mwah.